Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia. We are back with another pick a card reading. I hope you guys are doing well. We are about finishing up Pride Month, so I hope that you guys have been over on my lifestyle channel taking a part of all of the celebrations for Pride Month. We have been doing the pre-sales for the Yoga Chakra Alignment Yoga Diaries, hence the rainbow, taste the rainbow. So go ahead and get access to that down in our spiritual shop, Cosmic Intelligence. Also, we celebrated Juneteenth, so if you want to see our art showcase over on my lifestyle channel, go ahead, it's down below as well. We most recently started series 2 of the free Sunrise Yoga Sadhana that happens every Saturday. So for the next 7 more weeks, we are about to finish up our series 2 of our yoga chakra alignment. So we're working on a full chakra alignment. So go ahead and grab your yoga diary alongside, and we'll see you at 8 a.m. every Saturday Central Standard Time. If you don't know me, my name is Felicia. I am a human and civil rights advocate, and I run a nonprofit in women's health called DIVAS Can Manifest that sponsors this free tarot channel, as well as all of our other initiatives to protect our women and children from harm and to help our women manifest their dreams, empower themselves, and manifest their dreams daily. You can find more about me down in the description box. You can find more about my story over on my lifestyle channel. Catch the latest yoga chakra alignment, and as well as I want to let you guys know that all of the proceeds to our channel, including all of the revenue from Cosmic Intelligence, that is our spiritual shop, go back to our nonprofit. So thank you guys so much for supporting the charity. These 2 perfumes for Pal 1 and Pal 4 can be found in Cosmic Intelligence, but you can also just give back directly through the link down below. So support Project 444 Fund. We are currently raising money for our scholarship fund, and sign up for our Divas Can Manifest newsletter. We have the new moon and full moon astrological updates going out, as well as our art showcases, showcasing people, members of our community, as well as just like exclusive content, updates about what's going on in the shop, sales, discounts, and woo op the bam. Okay, we are about to get started on the Psychic Advantage zodiac predictions for the month of July. So that will be available over on members only. Join the winner circle. You can find the link down there below, as well as the first series of money manifestations and more exclusive content, as well as Beyonce Tarot over at members only. So, and all of those proceeds, of course, go back to our nonprofit. You can book personal readings, download our Crown Chakra playlist if you are effing with the music selection. My nails, all of my nails will be down below as well if you guys want to check them out. But that's pretty much it that we have for announcements. Today we are moving into a what are people realizing about you. So this is the internal process of you becoming aware of something as a fact and the external expression of it out into the world. So what are people realizing about you? Let's get into it. Pile 1, you are manifest your happiness with the good scent. Pile 2, you are the Kiss perfume. Pile 3, you are Juicy Couture, Viva La Juicy. And Pile 4, you are the Rose Quartz Element Edition perfume. As always, Pile 1 and Pile 4 are available in Cosmic Intelligence, and you can find the links down below. Again, we would greatly appreciate all of the shopping that you're doing, all of the supporting that you're doing, because it helps push our initiatives forward. It helps keep our lights on. It helps to continue to make this information accessible for all of the ads that you watch on the channel as well. They all support us in ways that we cannot even express, and thank you so much. I love you guys. Choose from the overhead selection, and I'll see y'all in y'all pile. Bye. Pal 1, welcome to your selection. So you chose Manifest Your Happiness with the Good Sense. This one's available in Cosmic Intelligence. If you're called to, go ahead and check her out. All of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization. So let's hop into it. We pulled your overall significator as the Virgin. Okay. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So something, okay. So somebody, this is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or an Aquarius. I feel like there's like something about you that may be doing something that's like very mature, very XXX rated. Some of you guys, you might have OnlyFans, you might have, you might be on, PORN hub.com. Some of you guys are lingerie models, or you're doing something risque, taboo, okay? But people are realizing when they like take a closer look, they're like, wait, you're actually not like this, like, I don't know, vixen, exotic, like, I don't know. Something when they realize you're actually like very pure within your heart and your spirit. Like, I feel like everything that you do, like, they just are seeing it as like everything that you do is like out of your heart and out of your spirit. Like, they see you as actually having a very big heart. So they're like, oh, that person's actually really innocent, okay? We have miracle. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Okay. So I feel like people are realizing most recently that you have like walked into a miracle. Anything was possible for you. They're feeling like this is like a miracle. Your life is like a miracle. You perform the miracles of like the magical miracle of transmutation in a situation. Because something that you went through was like, especially coming out as a virgin, something that you went through was actually very negative. I'm hearing that there was a huge negative force, or there was something where it took you through like a lot of dirt and grime. I'm hearing something that it could have like literally tainted your spirit and your heart, but you came out of the situation and it was like, people are saying it's like a miracle that you remain pure. It was like a miracle that you remain pure after dealing with such a negative thing. Okay, let's see. Something about when you express, sorry, that's my coffee, you guys. Something about when you expressed some type of emotions around something, people realize that you were actually still pure within your heart and your spirit, okay? That you were not tainted, that you were not obstructed by this negative force, that you were not, you didn't let this thing traumatize you, you didn't let this thing... It's never that loud. So I'm even getting that like some of you guys went through like a situation where you were met with some like unanticipated scrutiny, like something where you were like really innocent in a situation, like you did nothing to these people, you didn't like, and you found out that you were like really hated. Someone's name is Brittany, or they go by like Cosmic or something like that. Someone's name is Ashley, or Jane, or Janet. It's something like where people are starting to realize that you were met with a lot of negative evil spirits, negative forces, and literally you were like pure. Like something about it, people are just like, wait, that person actually like didn't do anything to them. And they just like hated them. Like people are realizing that you are literally hated because like for whatever reason, and it's like a miracle that saved your life, because like there was like something was not even a part of your consciousness, something where you could not even like discern this, or you had to go on an intense research and intense study to figure out like what was going on that made these people hate you. Like something about you could not even like fathom why this was happening, because you knew that like you were pure within your heart and your spirit, and that you never did anything to these people. Some of these people were like posing as friends, and like some of these people, they literally just saw you on the internet and decided to page, like they literally just saw you on the internet and decided to like stalk you. They saw that something where they saw that you were into space, or they saw that you were into astrology, something where they like, it was something about your belief systems, or like your religion that differed, or it may have not even differed. It may have even been like maybe they just didn't want you to have this aesthetic, or they didn't want you to have like, you know, they hated you for being light skinned or being yellow skinned or something about it. Like these people, like they literally just hate you because like off the string, you know what I'm saying? So like that's what people are realizing, that this is the reason. It's like something where you have to go on a intense study to figure out like and get to the heart of the matter as to why this was happening, right? And even though this was such like a negative force, right? We have the moon. What did I say? Oh my god. Even though this was like such a negative force, you still were able to like maintain this big heart and maintain your purity, okay? We have defend, accept, let your feelings tell you how. Yeah, there's something about something that was happening, especially with the moon. There was a lot of subconscious work here. That's why I feel like it was such like a intense study, or like it was so hard to discern, is because this was like something that was happening on a subconscious level. Some of these people didn't even want to like admit the real reason as to why they hated you, like especially if this was like about your color or about your body, or like something that made these people feel inferior in a way. It was kind of like they did not want to admit the truth. Michaela, like some of these people, they literally just did not want to admit the fact that they were like not beautiful, not smart, not beautiful, not like that they weren't really desired, that they were just like, that they were not like as good as you, ultimately. Right? And you had to, like, they attacked you, or they ganged up against you, or something really, really negative happened when you did nothing to these people. They just saw you, had an instinctual response to your beauty and your like life, and like and then they just like attacked you, and you had to like defend yourself, like especially with the moon coming out, how you stepped in, like something where people are realizing that you literally just like had to defend yourself against something that was like so negative and something that wanted to like obstruct you, right? We have the devil, yeah, Capricorn energy, yeah, a Michaela, or someone's name is Quincy, or someone's name is Will, okay? These people, like, it's something where these were like shadow attachments. So when we talk about shadow attachments, I talk about, I mean, the people who reflect the shadow aspects of you. They're your mirror opposites. They are reflecting the pain and shame. So you had to get to the heart of the matter. People are realizing that now that you have gotten the truth, you've gotten to the heart of the matter, you have discerned, you know, that these people have acted from pain and shame. A lot of these people, they never thought that their pain and shame will come to light. They never thought that the truth would be exposed. They never thought that you would evolve and achieve it all. Okay? They did not think that you, after the negative force that they imposed, they never thought that you would overcome these shadow attachments. They never thought that you would get the truth about this, especially because, like I said, some of it was so subconscious. It was hard to like even grasp. It was not even a part of your consciousness, this behavior. Some of these people are just in a lower social class than you. They're not evolved within the culture, and so some of you guys come from, like, you represent the top upper echelon of your culture and of your society. You guys are role models in your communities. You play a huge important role in the community. And these people, like, it was like hard for you to even get down to these base levels of motivation, where these people were acting from like deficiencies around sex, money, and power. It's truly that they were like, especially as it pertains to sex, they truly are not desired. They truly don't have money and social standing. They truly are not empowered. They're not authentically empowered. They have a false power, right? So this is why this was the heart of the matter, right? And this was such a negative force, because like they literally saw you and you did nothing to them. Okay, yeah, through meditation you were able to get to the truth. I'm hearing this something where you had to get like a heightened awareness around this destructive force, the negative force that was trying to like stop you from, that you had to ultimately like defend yourself. Okay, they didn't expect you to defend yourself and achieve it all. Now you're like blissed out. Now you're having the time of your life. You have it all. You have everything that you want. Some of you guys, you're a star. They're watching you build your home. They're watching you become a star. They're watching you get all of your hopes, desires. They literally failed so bad at this, okay? Because some of them, you know, these were like, they tied themselves to you. They were like in the shadows, obsessed with you. Like, these people never expected their obsession to come to light. Like, they never expected you to defend yourself against them. They never expected you to evolve. They never expected you to liberate yourself from these shadow attachments. They were just, I'm hearing something where these people were literally evil, okay? And you were so pure, okay? you had to nurture these people. I'm hearing something where people are just like, you were so kind-hearted because you even nurtured these people out of the shadow attachment. It was like a lot of sacrifices around these people to come out of this pain and shame. Especially some of them had to get humiliated to release this like obsession. Like they literally had to get exposed, canceled, humiliated because of what they've been doing, you know, behind the scenes, concealed, right? I mean, that they actually took a major L. Some of these people are going out of business. They're going to jail, going to prison. These people, their truth came out that they were lying, that they were con artists. The truth came out, like, and now they're just watching you happy as hell because you freed yourself from this negativity, right? This was about your essence and your personality. And they literally just hated you. I'm here, even if this was like a romantic partner, they literally just like hated you for having a personality. Somebody's name is Garrett or Lamar. Neil, somebody's name starts Nina, somebody's name starts with the letter N. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of even romantic partners that you had. They hated to see you with personality. Like they hated seeing your essence. It's something about you. They could not handle seeing your essence and your personality. They couldn't handle you having a strong will. They could not handle that, like, you were actually pure and like kind within your heart and your spirit. Like it's like something, you know, especially like moving into like the romantic partners who turned into enemies. Some of these people, they had a lot of wrong assumptions about you. So it's kind of like they wanted to make you out, like, especially if you were doing something taboo or you met under some like unconventional aspects. When they found out that you were like a happy person, that you were not grief stricken, some of them, when they found out that you were not like, that you didn't hate yourself in your life, when they found out that you had something going for yourself, that they found out, like, especially with this bliss and this, like, I keep getting drawn to this like smiley on the happiness, manifest your happiness. It's kind of like when they found out that you were happy and you were like liberated to be yourself and you had this big, beautiful, charming personality, it made them so mad that they were not like correct within their assumptions about you. Somebody, this Scorpio or this Leo, or this Capricorn, a Taurus, like when they realized that you were not, or an Aquarius, that's what I'm hearing. When they realized that you had the power to free yourself, that you had like goals and that you were happy and contented within your life. And these like people reflected the shadow aspects through the devil. They reflected people who are insatiable, people who are not contented, people who are greedy, wasteful, indulgent in all the wrong ways, right? Some of them, they did something negative towards you and they watched you run into miracles of support, run into miracles, miracle opportunities. They're like watching you happy as hell now, okay? After you freaked yourself from them. Yeah, I knew a Cancer was going to come out. What did I say? Cancer at first, especially with this meditation. Some of you guys, you really did gain an inner awareness around these shadow attachments. They reflect your mirror, so it's hard to discern the mirror, because while you're reflecting your true self through your essence and personality with the sun, these people are reflecting the pseudo self. They are wearing a facade, they're wearing a mask, and they are very like hard to catch, hard to perceive these shadow attachments sometimes, because they're literally wearing a perfect illusion facade. It's like you literally, through meditation perhaps, or deep contemplation, research, or just like nurturing your family, nurturing yourself, you were able to like get their, like, see their negative side. Okay, some of these people also were holding grudges. They were unable to release resentment around you. Codependent, needy, had a lot of emotional baggage from the past as well. So they projected a lot when they came, you know, into a relationship with you, especially their romantic partners. Yeah, fourth house. I was getting family a lot, and that's more Cancerian energy as well. So some of these people, these was somebody that you shared a home with. So some of these, I'm hearing a man, okay, a man that you have to defend yourself from. This person, when they saw that you had the desire to achieve it all, when they saw that you were motivated to like build a home, when they saw that you were motivated to like have a happy home, and this person, I'm hearing something about them, they lost their wealth, they didn't have a happy home, they didn't have enough in their retirement, they didn't have a happy home. I'm hearing they didn't have a sanctuary, they didn't have enough groceries or something like that, they didn't have enough food, they did not have medical care, they didn't have family to support them. And when they saw that you actually had like something where you guys may even have like a social media account where there's a lot of family, you know, your family on your social media account, like or there's a lot of like your people who support you, people who have been providing for you, who've been protective of you, helping you, you know, do your meditation and helping you, you know, support your home. They found that you had a life. They found out that you had a personality, essence. They found out that you were motivated to build your parents a home or something like that. Or they found out you were motivated to like retire your family or something like that. This person, I'm hearing that they were already within their old age or something. And they grew very angry because it just reflected to them. Like they felt a lot of pain and shame, especially if there's a large age difference. This person, they felt a lot of pain and shame because they were never able to build a home, and they saw you building this home. They saw you with the desire to achieve it all, and with your positivity, your consistency and persistence, they knew that you were like going to achieve that. They knew that you were centering the self. Like they know that you were, especially if you lived in a home with this person, they knew that you were centering yourself within this home. They knew that you were meditating within this home. They knew that you were integrating yourselves. You were getting, you know, finding comfort, you know, within the home. They knew that you were like, you saw the home as like a sacred place. It was a domestic space for you to like achieve certain things and to produce certain things or something like that, produce results, or it just was like your, you know, a place where you were seeking comfort. Something about them when they learned that you, when they saw your essence and personality, it's like something about that triggered them. Like they triggered their, like it triggered them, and they were not like, this home was no longer nurturing, sensitive, and caring. It was no longer a safe space. It was no longer, I'm hearing that this was like a place where you laid a foundation, and this relationship ended because this person couldn't handle like your essence and personality. And they also have fears of intimacy, and they were just like, you know, they hated you for being young and successful. Okay, we have Neptune. We have Neptune, and I'm getting that there was like an illusion going on in this home. Okay, this person, I'm hearing something where they were trying to, I'm hearing they were like under a drug, or they were like pretending that they were not on this drug when they were doing this drug a lot or something. I'm also getting somebody was watching too much television. This person was like in a trance. They were escaping reality. Something about this person was very delusional. They were so like, this person was so disconnected from reality. Okay, so I don't want you to take what happened, especially if this was like a home. I don't want you to take what happened personally, because this person was totally in a trance. I'm hearing that this person was not at all like connected to reality. They have been escaping their reality, especially with escapism showing up here in Neptune. This person has totally escaped their reality. They were in a delusion. Some of these people, when they saw, like, it's like you were like the opposite, like especially with this double. While this person, while you were grounded, tactile, productive, building home, laying down roots, supporting and sustaining this person's life, highly contemplative, highly aware, receptive, feminine, right? This person was totally like, I don't know, they were like an actor or something like that. They were like, this was like, this person was in a, like, I don't know, this person was in an illusion. They were not aware of anything. They were under a drug or alcohol. This person may have abnormalities as well, psychiatric issues. This person was under they had poor health. This person was delusional. So this home that you were, you know, building with this person, it was not at all ever going to work. It was never going to work because this person was never connected to reality. They were never able to have the same goals and like the same. They were never on the same page, honey. Okay. But when they started to see you in your essence of your personality and your desire to achieve it all, it's like you were bringing them, I'm hearing from the point of where they were escaping reality, you brought them some type of hyper awareness, probably through some type of sacred sexuality, or the way that you were manifesting in front of this person's eyes. They like started to come out of this delusion. It's like this person was like starkly, I'm hearing that you gave this person stark realizations, and when they gained inner awareness, how they haven't been sustaining themselves, when they haven't been able to lay a foundation, how they haven't been responsible in their life, how they haven't had a feminine who was receptive. You triggered this person so much, like you coming in and being this home. I'm hearing that you were actually this person's home, and they sacrificed their home for some type of delusion or illusion somewhere else. I'm getting maybe a third party interference, or We have the letter, starts with letter V or a letter S on the bottom of the deck, okay? It's like this person sacrificed their home for some type of illusion. You represented this person's, like, I'm hearing that you could have, especially if they were old within their age, you were like this person's hero, or you could have been this person's final resting place. You were the person where they were like finally able to like stop escaping their failed life. I'm hearing that they're a very big failure at life, especially these drug addicts or these people who were literally scarce when you met them. And I'm hearing that you guys ultimately could have found bliss together, but this person was like, they were never, like, I'm hearing something about them, they'll never be free, okay, for what they did. They'll never have a home that's happy. They'll never have a receptive feminine. They'll never have ancestry and heritage. They'll never have physical structures. They'll never have, like, I'm hearing there's something about you were the main chick or something like that, but then they sacrificed their home because they went under an illusion of attraction with some third party who was just like not receptive, not feminine, not a person, you know, where they could ultimately have a physical structure or sacred space with. You were their comfort and their nurturer, and something where they literally destroyed their home for some type of illusion elsewhere. I'm hearing somebody's name that starts with letter Q as well. I'm hearing after leaving this person, they realized that their life was not getting supported, that these people were not protective over them, that they were not home. I'm hearing home has not felt the same since you left or something like that. And they did it to themselves because they had shadow attachments, you know, under a trance or illusion of some type of, you know, third party. Yeah, we have the 8 of Swords reversed. This person has been under an illusion and they had to release those limitations. I'm hearing something where there was a big change with Neptune. There was a big change and you had like, you were like, you had to defend yourself, or you had to like nurture this person out of this illusion that they were in, okay? You ran into another miracle, you know, or something like that, okay? But, you know, this situation may have left you without a home, okay? So, because they were like under an illusion or a trance for something else. It's like something where you, I don't know how you'll you know, feel about this, you know, because you realize that this person was under a drug, under an illusion, escaping their reality. They had a wishful thinking for another relationship or something like that. They had a wishful thinking that another relationship could be repaired, or they had a wishful thinking about, like, you know, returning to their past, or it was something where they had, you know, investments from the past that did not work out. And you just came around and reflecting to this person how to make good investments, how to build, how to, you know, you were sensitive, intuitive, and protective and supporting their life. And they just were like, oh, that just gave me the awareness around, that I haven't been able to have like a centering home, or I haven't had a good sanctuary. So I'm going to destroy what I'm building with you, and I'm going to see if I can restore something from the past. I think this ultimately, like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like this ultimately kind of relates to this person's, like, how they ultimately feel like a failure at life. Like, all of those relationships from the past, all of those, like, I'm getting a lot of, especially old age, the old ones, they had a lot of feminines who were not receptive. Like, none of them were actually receptive. None of them were, like, I'm hearing that they actually were not, like, nurturing them at all. And you were very patient and receptive towards this person. And this person, you know, they what this was, why they destroyed this home with you, is even though you guys had this bliss, and it's like your personality essence triggered this person because they were so used to like these feminists that didn't have any personality in essence, and then they wanted to I'm hearing that something about them wanting to return to these people who had already failed. And like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it kind of feels like, you know, your essence and personality triggered this person into how they haven't had that. So it's something where they wanted to get the awareness that you were bringing them and see if they can restore something somewhere else. So they didn't give a fuck about how they like left you without a home. They didn't give a fuck about how, you know, this ended. They were, some of them, they quite literally was delusional to think that these relationships will ever work out. They had already failed. But it was like this person wanted to kind of see if their investments from the past will work out, see if they can find a final resting place with people who they already invested in, how the traditions that they had already placed with other people. Some of them, they saw you as like a stranger, or it's like your intimacy needed no explanation, and some of them, they had a fear of the intimacy, or it was a newer relationship and it felt like it made sense to like try to sustain those prior investments or something like that. It was like they wanted to maintain their family ties, but those relationships had already failed. And they never had an empathetic, loving, nurturing, protective caretaker, and you were that for them. You were like a strong matriarch that came into this person's life, and they were just needy and codependent and had all this emotional baggage from the past. And like, especially the old ones, like they had all this emotional baggage from the past, and it's like they left you without like what you needed. They left you, like, I'm hearing that they may have even, like, you may have even been a big responsibility for them as well, and they like escaped their responsibility of you, or they quite literally, like, there may have even been a conflict and they just like didn't give a fuck about how they left you, right? Or consider you to be an outsider, or consider you to be like a stranger, when you were the one that was nurturing them, you were the one that was supporting their life, maintaining them. And they were like, maybe this was even like they were not seeing things clearly because they were literally under a drug, delusional, or having these health issues, right? Something where these third parties may have even done something illusory, and this person was not able to like see that they were deceptive. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, something is expanding rapidly in this situation. I feel like this person really, they finally did get their like moderation around this relationship. I think that this truly was this fear of intimacy with you. So they have been, I'm hearing that, oh, that's why we wanted to go early. I knew I was forgetting something. It's like these other feminists who were not receptive, nurturing, and supporting of them, they have been feeling very rejected and abandoned by them. And they've been trying to see if they could somehow, with this new awareness that you brought them, right? Something where you sustaining and supporting their life brought them awareness, and they thought that with this new awareness and liberation that they could go restore, maintain their family ties or adhere to some type of tradition that they had elsewhere. And they left you very insecure, very alone, very, unsupported, right? For people who were not, they never supported them. They never showed up for them. They never were protective of them. They never supported their life. Those were like shadow attachments that they were just like, I'm hearing codependency issues where they were not able to handle the rejection, or they were not able to just like understand that these feminists were just like not receptive of them. And you came around as a stranger or as a newer relationship, and it was like your intimate, you felt like the intimacy needed no explanation, and you like were like, you became this person's strong attachment, strong matriarch. It was a big, I'm hearing a lot of intimate union with this person, and ultimately this was like this person's low self-esteem or poor self-image and struggles with the intimate union that made them return. I'm hearing something where they regressed and returned back to a relationship that was not receptive, not life supporting, and ultimately not their home. They literally destroyed their home for relationships that had already been rejected and abandoned because of some type of roots they had already put down, some type of traditions they had already put down. And that's what I'm seeing. Okay, some of this was like a mystery as well. Something where there was like a mystery past baggage that you were not aware of, but through meditation and through, this ending, you were able to get the information, right? That this person may have returned to an ex, or tried to maintain their family ties after getting supported by you, or you were like a miracle to this person, or you both could have been miracles to each other, but you're like, it was an intimate union to sit, regardless, and they had this fear of it because of their own self-esteem issues, their own insecurity, their own paranoia, and some of them, they projected onto you for being successful at a young age, and they were old, and they realized that they hadn't been successful in any relationships or anything in their life, and your personality and essence and your desire to have it all was like very triggering to them. Okay, that's what I'm saying about what the realization is around you. This person have a very big realization about these shadow attachments, and that these were actually people that they needed to defend themselves from. these, I'm hearing feminines in their environment that were pretending to be nurturing, sensitive, and caring destroy your home and your relationship with an illusion. That's what I'm seeing, and they realize it now. Okay, that's what I'm seeing, Power One. Let me know how this resonates. I love you so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to shop the Manifest Your Happiness at Cosmic Intelligence. All the proceeds go back to our channel and our nonprofit to help keep our lights on and make this information accessible to all. I love you, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose to do the pink kiss. So let's hop into it. We have I pulled your overall significator. We have the hero. Okay. So I'm hearing people are seeing you with a book bag on your back or something like that. They're seeing you with a tote, okay, a handbag or something like that. People are realizing that you're on the journey of personal empowerment. They see that you have been the hero of your own story. There has been a situation where you've been needing help, okay? Something where people realize that you have been needing help, or you've been struggling with some type of challenge and difficulty within your life, and nobody has been able to help you. It's like you keep running into these situations that are like not collaborative. People, I'm getting, especially some of these romantic partners, you're like always their main chick, or you're always like the main person that they are with, or you're always like their number one choice, and then they can't cooperate, and they can't collaborate, and they can't, hold their responsibility. They can't do what they're supposed to do, and so they always opt for their second option. I'm hearing something where they go off with the second option, and they leave you climbing this mountain by yourself. They leave you handling this burden by yourself. It's like you realize that these people are ultimately like Peter Pans, or they just like they refuse to grow up and be responsible. They refuse to do what they're supposed to do. They refuse to make the right decision, okay? Some of you guys are even dealing with somebody who's wealthy, and just like, or people who like, it's clearly like a right and a wrong decision. And it's like these people have not been able to like make the right decision. And something about this it's like something where you're just like, you've got to be kidding me, right? Like, are you serious? You can't be like serious. Something about this shit is like, it be seeming absurd, like that they can't. It's like it seems impossible for them to like do what they're supposed to do. It's like clearly, if something is like, especially like some of them, they'll have like a conflict between their first option and their second option, and it'd be like a very big difference between the first and the second option, and they'll be like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. Oh my god, I can't, what to do. I don't know who to choose. Great thing is, it's not about you to choose. Something where there may even be legal issues, that is for the court of the law. This the reason why there are laws in place, because of idiots like you who can't seem to make the right decision. I'm hearing something about this as a man, okay? It's like, oh, somebody will get hurt. Oh, we don't give a fuck about who's going to get hurt. If somebody gets hurt, it's because they literally did it to themselves. Something where there might have even there might even be a crime involved, or there's like some type of blatant injustice involved here, or there's clearly somebody in the wrong, and then this person's like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. What? This was like, what? Like, you're like, okay, we're not even going to entertain this. So it's like they leave you to empower yourself. I'm hearing something where they leave you and escape the responsibility, or they're like a false hero. Some of them, they come in like, oh my god, I'm here to save the day, I'm your knight in shining armor, and then they just like make the situation worse, or they literally have a false sense of heroism. Okay, a Capricorn. Okay, it's like they often like they feel overly sympathetic for weaker and less fortunate people, or you realize that they were just like, they're escaping their responsibility, they're not responsible people, for, you know, 2 or 3, they're literally, you learned that they were like low-key envious and jealous. So that's why it's hard for them to make the right decision, because they low-key on the jelly team too. So they don't, you know, the jelly team ain't gonna be making the right decisions, right? So people are realizing that you've had to like really empower yourself over a lot of negative situations. Okay, we have synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and accepting of the not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creations give birth to a new reality. We have Saturn. Okay, yeah, there's definitely like Capricorn energy here. So people are realizing that you have been very responsible and hardworking and diligent towards your empowerment. You're very passionate about this, and they see you as very serious and hardworking, very stoic. And they see that you have had to do a lot of waiting and patience and planning before you can have this reality that you desire, or so that you can get your intended result. They see that you've had a lot of concerns about something. I'm hearing some of you guys, you have some goals that are coming up. You're like, you're nearing, you know, the finish line around some of your goals that you've been working steadfast towards, that you've been very hard working around. And you've had a lot of like synergetic relationships as well that have helped you get to this end goal. I'm hearing something about, you know, a challenge or a difficulty or struggle in your life have actually required you to think outside the box and meeting your challenges and solving your problems. People are realizing that you've had like some, you know, you've done something never seen before. You've done something that has been not so obvious. They feel like your relationships as well have resulted in you functioning and working and thinking and relating in a different way, and they have helped you resolve this complicated problem that you've been having, is what I'm hearing. Something where you've been having a security issue. I'm hearing there's a safety issue because of Paige, or because of somebody who's been misusing their legal, business, or military authorities. And you guys have been, you know, functioning in a whole entire new way. And these co-creational problem solvings that you've been doing are leading to a new reality. But some of you guys, you're like, okay, people are realizing that you, like, some of your like not so obvious, like some of your like, you know, never seen before solutions to problems have actually like yielded in this new reality being born. But it was because of some kind of like challenge that you've been having, or something where you needed to empower yourself over, or there's been a like, it's like the process of you imposing some type of limitations. Some of you guys, before you, like, there are certain goals that you have and you're near the finish line. Some of you guys need to find security solutions. I'm hearing safety is not just like security as within yourself, but like safety and security systems, alarms, encryptions, because some of you guys are now because of this synergetic energy, this is like a never seen before thing. This is like a never seen before reality. So your business is becoming large and commercial, so you need encryption, you need security softwares. Some of you guys, you will not be moving into a new home until you have that motherfucker dripped and laced in cameras, okay? Because some of you guys, people are realizing that you have a lot of enemies, you have a lot of, you know, you're concerned about safety issues still, because, you know, if they've done it before, what will stop them from trying it again, right? Especially, I'm hearing something about you are in charge of bringing shadows to the light, especially if you work in law, or you're like in enforcement in something like that, something where you do bring shadows to the light. So this makes your job or your role very scary, and it makes you need a higher level of security, okay? Some of you guys might even start walking around this bitch with a bodyguard, because of the way these people was going to be acting crazy as hell, you know, as this truth comes to the light, okay? I'm hearing that there will be no more deception, you know, okay? There will be no more deception. The truth, right? Because we only F with the light. Head ass. We have justice. Yes, this justice, y'all. I'm hearing something where you are bringing justice around a situation, and this is going to make it like the way that you have solved this, the way that you have brought balance and truth and fairness into this. let's be honest, people do not like justice. People do not like things to be fair, because if things were concealed and in the shadows before, that means that they were intentionally trying to do something to harm you, trying to conceal something, trying to keep something obscure, trying to obstruct your human and civil liberties, trying to obstruct your constitutional rights. These people have been opposers of justice, and something that you're doing as the hero, you're bringing justice. You are actually, people are realizing that you are so many people's hero, because you bring them truth that otherwise would have been concealed. Some people have been dealing with negative things in their lives where they haven't been able to get the full truth around something. They haven't had the full awareness around something, but you have pushed people to stop escaping their own realities, empower themselves despite these negative injustices and inequities that try to persist. There's something where, like, there was a situation where somebody tried to steal your organization. They tried to infringe upon your intellectual property. I'm hearing, but like, you're literally starting to put people out of business. You're bringing their crime into the light. These people are getting punished. I'm hearing that this is fatal. For your personal empowerment is fatal for everyone involved, because they thought that they were going to get away with hurting you. They thought that they were going to get away with this negative side. They thought that this was going to, like, that you were not going to evolve. They thought that this was not going to work out in your favor. They never expected your dreams to come true. They never expected you to be your own hero. Okay, I'm also getting to, like, kind of what I was saying at the beginning, though. It kind of feels like you are starting to realize that so many people show you, like, their negative side, and it's because they're so unjust. Like, you're realizing just how, like, unjust people are, right? People are so unjust. People are not fair whatsoever. Especially some people who've been trying to, like, justify someone doing something cruel to you. Like, somebody has been trying to justify doing something cruel, and it's because they too are in their shadows when it comes to you. They're actually shadow attachments. They're actually having an internal struggle with you. They're actually in pain and shame when it comes to you. They don't want to see you have fairness, balance, and truth, because they are also triggered by you as well. So some people have been trying to justify doing something cruel, but the great thing about it is, it's not up to you to decide what is fair. It's up to the court of law. It's up to God, right? So some of you guys, through this hard work and discipline and passion for your personal empowerment, and, you know, you making, you know, good decisions for yourself, being rational and stop, you know, letting your emotions, you know, take control of you, pushing yourselves to the limits every day. I'm hearing something where they're watching you empower yourself daily. They're watching you push yourself to the limit daily, so that you can bring fairness, balance, and truth to a situation where something was obstructed. Whoever this was, I mean, whoever these partners are, or people who have been trying to escape the responsibility of fairness, balance, and truth, you are learning that they are just a Peter Pan. They are too sympathetic towards these people who have been clearly negative, and they have literally, them too, have also maybe been jealous and envious. What are people realizing about you, pal, too? Growth and pain. Yeah, baby, these are so many growing pains. I'm hearing something where you have, and then we have loneliness and connection on the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing something where you're constantly growing, you're constantly moving, and it's like painful growth. I'm hearing that this is strenuous labor, growing through all of this, growing, you know, past these people who wanted to obstruct the justice, growing beyond this, empowering yourself over these painful situations where people were clearly negative, where people did not want to be fair, right? Where people were false heroes. I'm hearing anti-heroes, right? People are realizing that you had a lot of people who pretended to be your hero. They pretended to be your knight in shining armor. They pretended to be a friend when they were really angry, hating, right? Immature. Interesting stuff here. Pal 2. What are people realizing about you? Oh my God, that kind of wanted to show us. That was the same card that came out in Pal 1. I'm hearing the way that you're bringing the truth out is very painful growth, okay? This has taken a lot of work. And it has been painful as well, because you're realizing that so many people refuse to like do what was right. I'm hearing so many people refuse to do what was right. Especially if you were running into like a lot of synergetic relationships. These unions were like not so obvious. I'm hearing something where it was hard for people to see the beauty in the relationships, or it was hard for them to you know, they had to shift their perspective around the relationship, and, you know, struggling with the unconventional aspects of the relationship or something like that, especially large age differences or cultural differences, okay? Undress. Okay. Some people are realizing that you have had a health issue, okay? That you've been sick, okay? Or you have been struggling, literally fighting for your life, okay? Because there has been someone who has been intoxicated with trying to destroy your life, okay? And this person has been totally absurd trying to like take your life. Kneel, absurd, trying to obstruct your life and your liberty and your pursuit of happiness. They have literally been causing psychiatric issues, causing fears, paranoias. This person has been using their privilege to harm you. And this was like, they were something where they were pretending to be like a hero, okay? They were pretending to be, oh my God, I'm helping you. Oh my God, I've had such like an influence on your business, or I've had such an influence on your like life and your like the way that you think, or something like that. And you're like, you're literally an oppressor. Like, this person is literally an oppressor, and they have been trying to stop you from getting truth, okay? So this is why it has been so painful, this growth, and it's like an uphill battle trying to, you know, and you've been having to like push yourself so much, okay, so that you can, you know, bring justice to a situation. We have chance and opportunity, and then we have sextile information, okay? So look, I'm getting that there is a lot of shadows around this, a lot of mysticism around this situation. You've been using your mysticism to get the truth, to bring this into fairness, okay? I'm also getting that there's an opportunity here, okay, that you are like very cautious about, okay? You're very cautious about a new opportunity because of this person who has been a false hero, or this person who has been intoxicated with your life, okay? I'm hearing this person is literally obsessed with you, and they have been trying to do everything in their power to like stop you from like growing, okay? I'm hearing something about a lot of hospitalizations. What are people realizing about you, pal, too? Yeah, behavioral health. Yeah, I'm getting something where you have been sick, you have been struggling with your behavioral health, struggling with the eating disorder, struggling with some type of substance abuse, struggling with addictions, struggling with some type of habits that affect your mental health, your physical health. Some of you guys have had people who have been also struggling with behavioral health issues, and they have been very disruptive and destructive with their behavior, okay? So, you know, yeah, somebody who's been in a secret competition. I'm hearing a Cancer. Or this person, the CEO, has been supporting the secret competition. That's what I'm hearing, okay? 1 to 3 weeks, okay? Yeah, we have a Cancer on the bottom of the deck, okay? I'm hearing something about you. You will need to evolve, okay? Because this person, I'm hearing that they are literally, they won't stop their behavior. This Cancer, they won't stop their behavior. and they have been, I'm hearing something where this person has been gambling an opportunity with you and trying to like, I'm hearing something where their privilege has like a bunch of like poor people or a bunch of like opportunists in a secret competition. I'm hearing that this person has actually turned, like, they're using their privilege to turn a cultural community against each other or something like that. Okay, I'm hearing that this person has been in a secret competition and you're still winning. I'm hearing you still win. This person is like, they see you as like a diamond, and they keep like gambling you because you're like so valuable, and they try to like gamble you, you know, their highest, like it's like, I don't know, something where somebody has a gambling addiction, and they're putting your life at risk, they're putting your value at risk, they're putting like whoever this person is that's in a secret competition, some of these people are literally trying to kill you, trying to like steal your wealth and steal your life. And this person, I'm hearing that they're literally like struggling with this addiction, okay? And they cannot stop making this poor decision, like something where they can't stop making. I don't even know, this seems, it'll be different for all of you, but it seems like somebody cannot stop making a poor decision. They cannot stop with this addiction, and it's literally causing a health issue for you. Like, it's literally putting your life at risk or something like that, or they're putting their own life at risk as well. Something where they're literally like, they won't be responsible. Okay, tell me about what's going on here within 1 to 3 weeks. A change in direction with the secret competition. Okay, what's going on here? The Five of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Wands, and then the World. Yeah, honey, the secret competition is over. Okay, this is not a real thing. Okay, this competition that the people have been in, they literally have been, this is a behavioral health issue. I definitely feel like, especially some of them, they are finally trying to get sober, okay, or something like that. I'm getting, or something where you got sober and they put the end to the secret competition. I'm hearing the Five of Swords in the reverse is a resolution of this conflict. This competition with this Cancer and this Aquarius, it's like you stop taking the emotional approach with them. You know that these people have behavioral health issues or disorders, and they literally, you're like, okay, look, we're going to have to, in order to free these people from these destructive behaviors that have been so disruptive to your path, you've literally had, I'm hearing something where they've literally been affecting your physical, mental, and like they've been affecting your mental and physical health and wellness, and you literally had to enforce the rules, enforce the law with them, or you had to do something that was like ice cold. I'm hearing something mechanistic. You didn't have regard for the emotional consequences, and this was like the only thing that could have freed this person from this destructive force. So people are definitely realizing that, like, in order to stop these people from affecting your health with their destructive and disruptive behavior, that you have to do something mechanistic to resolve this, because this has been a struggle for everybody. It's like there's a lot of hardship going on because this Cancer Sage has not been able to like stop this behavior. They have a behavioral health issue, and they're not a child, so they're old enough to know better, and they need to seek professional help. Or it's like something where you were able to, like, you've been trying to be nurturing and healing of this person, and they literally will not, like, they really have not been trying, like, they have not been coming out of this destructive behavior. Ultimately, people see you as the hero in this situation, because these people who have been in a secret competition with these behavioral health issues, they actually have been so delusional. This disruptive and destructive behavior was never going to yield any results. It was never going to work out. It's like you were the hero in bringing justice to this whole situation, because it's like they have been destroying themselves in this competition as well. This has been fatal for everybody involved. Give me more around this Five of Swords, please. I'm hearing you're the only one getting the wish fulfillment. It's like, it's not like these people are getting recognition and rewards. It's not that these people are becoming successful. They actually have a very, very bad reputation. Okay, So yeah, and you were like literally their boss. Something where you had to do something to enforce. Like you had to enforce something with some competition, or some type of violent and aggressive person who was disruptive to your life. Okay? And you enforced really hard on them. I'm hearing something where there are like harsh consequences that are freeing these people of these destructive destructive behaviors. Some people think that, oh, you have to be so nurturing and healing and rainbows and sunshines and, oh, coddling them, the behavioral health hospital. You cannot continue this poor behavior. Sometimes you really do need to enforce the laws within them. I don't know if y'all ever been in a behavioral health hospital, but they still get punished for the crimes. Like if you attack the staff, if you attack somebody, if you do something, like you have to face the consequences. So this cycle is over, okay? And these people can no longer continue this behavior because of some type of situation where you brought justice and truth to a situation. And these people, because of their behavior, the truth and justice is that they, like I'm hearing something about your decision. It's actually like, because it's up to you. You call the shots around their punishment. And this is like, you're like, look, you cannot continue to, like you're imposing a lot of limitations around their violence and aggression. It's like, we're not going to give you a slap on the wrist. You're actually getting punished for this severely. This is going to be very heartbreaking for everybody because we hate to see these people face these kind of consequences. Some of them are going to prison. Okay? They thought that this was going to remain a secret, but the truth is out. They are heartbroken by the truth. They're heartbroken that they are facing these kind of consequences. But you are a risk to yourself and to others. And your behavior that has been so disruptive and destructive, it's like your behavior has been uncontrollable. It's like a lot of these people, especially like, I don't feel sorry for the homeless or the mentally ill people, crack person on the side of the road, because it's not that they're unaware of the law. It's that they try to undermine the law with their destructive and disruptive behavior. Oh, now I'll deal with my behavioral health issues now that the truth is out. I can't do that anymore in secrecy. I can't do that in the shadows. Oh, you're gonna call the police? Yeah. Now you have to stop. There's no more trying to negotiate with a terrorist. People are realizing that everyone is heartbroken around this. It's not that like because of this person's addiction, like they're literally having to face consequences in order to heal this addiction. Paige, Sage, Neil, these addictions and disorders that they refuse to take responsibility for themselves, and they're very aware of the law. We're not going to like, this is not what's going to like, we're going to free ourselves from whatever is stopping you from doing the right thing. Okay? Thank you so much, pal. I hope that wasn't too all over the place. This is heartbreaking for everybody. This is the end. The secret competition is over. The truth is out, and they're at a complete standstill. I'm hearing you're receiving so many flowers for this journey of personal empowerment that you went on, and everybody's becoming aware that these disordered, abusive, destructive, disruptive, violent people have been trying to obstruct your rights. That's absurd, and we don't make excuses for bad behavior. Thank you so much, pal 2. Let me know how that resonates. I love you so much. Check out the other perfumes in Cosmic Intelligence. I appreciate y'all. Let us know how it resonates, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hi, pal 3. Welcome to your selection. So you chose Viva La Juicy. Okay? And your overall significator was the priest. Okay? Facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Okay, so people are like realizing that you are the true skill. Okay? You guys are spiritualists of some sort. Okay? This could be a lot of different through a lot of different mechanisms, but people are literally seeing you as having a tremendous amount of skill of channeling this spiritual energy. So these are somebody here named, this is a Leo, okay, or an Aquarius. These people, they have not really had, I don't know, I think this came up before on the channel, where these people have literally not really had a true gift at this. It's like they want to be accurate really bad, but they're actually like con artists, and they steal other people's knowledge and intelligence and wisdom, and they go with the trends that's going on or something like that. These people they're not a pure channel of spiritual energy. These people are not connected to a higher truth. Some of them are obsessed with divination, so they look for a lot of confirmation bias, and they're like not proper guides whatsoever. Like, a lot of people are actually mentally ill and delusional in the spiritual community, okay? So let's see, what are people realizing about you, Pal 3? You're making everybody look really mediocre, or you're making everybody look very con artistry. Like, you're making people look bad with your true skill and talent for channeling this energy. It's like they know that you have been teaching these other high priestesses. They know that you have been reforming the community. They know that you have been the one that has actually been the pure channel. So this is tough for the market, okay? This is tough for the market because you are what the glitch that the industry feared. Interesting. Pal 3. So what are people realizing about you? What are people realizing about you? Alchemy. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemists to perform the miracles of transmutation. Everybody be pretending to be an alchemist. Like, oh my God, I performed a miracle transmutation. And you're like making these people look like they didn't do anything. Like, it's something about your unique divine animal ass journey. Like, something about you guys are divine animals. You are super rare and unique, and just like people, some of these people saw your potential before, and then they saw you quite literally actualize that potential, and they felt like this was like you were the one, especially as this priest, you were the one that really had the magical ability. Like, people cannot believe that you were victorious in the end. People cannot believe that you transmuted this. They cannot believe that you were like this magical ass person that performed this transmutation. And so they know that this makes you the true channel for spiritual commitment. This makes you like, they feel like you literally have gathered this information out of the ether. That you literally have a divine union. You literally have like, you're a true mystic, okay? They realize that this is like a skill. This is not something that is like a woo-woo. This is not something taboo. This is like actually a skill that you have honed within yourself. Like, you're like, okay, look at what I did. Look at what I transformed. This is magic. Look, let me show you how. LOL, this is so cute. What are people realizing about you, Pal? What are people realizing about you? The Sun. Act like a leader. What did I say? You are literally the leader. Like, you have to act like a leader because you, that's the way people see you, okay? They see you as the person. They're realizing you as the authority. You are demonstrating transmutation. You're demonstrating something powerful. This may be different for all of you, especially if this is not like some type of spiritual skill that you're demonstrating, but you are literally in the center of attention. Some of you guys quite literally may be Leos, okay? But you are the center of attention. You are their leader. I mean, I am your leader. Yes, I am your leader. You're not a believer. Suck a big. Some of these people were sucking a big. Oh my God, y'all, look. So yeah, people are realizing that you're the head priestess in charge, like the HPIC in this bitch. Okay, you are the high priestess in charge. That's so cute. Pile 3. What are people realizing about you? Libra. Okay. People are realizing that people are jealous of your face. Okay. Somebody here, their name starts with letter B or letter C. But these people, I'm hearing that this is about your role in society, I think. Okay, so like people are realizing your role in society as the leader, you know. And this is, you know, friends and enemies have to realize you as their leader. Okay, I'm hearing some of you guys have had a couple. Some people are realizing that you've had a couple that was envious of you. I'm hearing a couple that was dependent on you. They're now enemies of you. Okay, somebody's name that starts with letter W or letter B or letter H. They were actually like something where you I don't know, some of you guys had like some type of like interesting relationship with these people. I'm hearing something where you like sister wives or something like that. But on a lighter note, friends, people are realizing that you are the truth and the balance. You're not like, people, like I said, people are looking very superficial and ordinary and mediocre and mundane next to you, looking very conventional next to you, especially in the spiritual community. Some of you guys, you literally showed people, you're like the depth. Like people are like, this is deep. People are like, this is really deep where you're going, Pile 3. You're very deep with it, okay? You're showing people where they have been ordinary, excessive, vulgar. You're showing people where they have been out of balance, moody, superficial. Something that, you know, people are realizing something that where you are dominating. You are dominating, okay? Pile 3. What are people realizing about you? What are people realizing about you? Self-love and self-loathing. Okay, they said they're saying that these people hate themselves, because especially the ones who have been jealous of your face. It'd be like something that you never even paid attention to. Like it's like something you're like, yeah, I didn't even notice they had an ugly mouth. Like something where you had to look closer. People had to look closer, and they had to look more into the details. Like they're like, oh wait, we see that these people literally hate themselves because like look at how they're literally like, I don't know, something where they literally have been doing something negative. Like it's like something where these people have been an enemy of you because they've had like some type of small flaw or something like that. Like something that you didn't even notice before. Like people are like, oh wait, we didn't even notice that you was jealous of somebody's mouth like that. Like we didn't even notice that you was jealous of that person's thick eyebrows. Somebody that's Leo, they're jealous of your, like somebody here is jealous of your thick eyebrows or something like that. Somebody here, or something. Somebody here, this Cancer. Somebody they jealous of your teeth and your mouth. Somebody here has very bad set of teeth. I don't know, y'all. Something is bad. This is bad. Like they're like, these people literally hate themselves, and they're like, okay, well we can see why like they may hate themselves because like, you know, those flaws. Like we think about it like that. Like most of the time, these people, like most people in society are not like paying attention to these people's small little flaws. Like they're like, oh, you know, your mouth and your teeth or something like that. Some of these people might have even went and got those things fixed, right? They may have got some veneers, or they may have gotten, you know, they may have fixed their flaws or something like that. And then you're like sitting up like, even despite you fixing your flaws, or despite you like, you know, having a privilege, or having like, you know, being like seeming like you have a better like privilege, or like better situated in society, they still like find a way to hate you or something like that. Like it's something where people have found a way to hate you, because like they have been comparing like some type of small flaws that nobody was paying attention to. Like nobody was paying attention to your mouth like that. Like, I wasn't even looking at you that hard. Like, the crazy part about it is, like, you know that these people hate themselves because of how hard they compare themselves to you. Like, this is what everybody is starting to realize. They're like, look, you were like, I feel like everybody like has their issues. They have their struggles, their insecurities about themselves. But when it gets to the point where you're literally comparing every little part of yourself to another person, you literally hate yourself, right? Like, everybody should have, like, it's normal to have insecurity, but where the insecurity gets too far to like self-loathing is where you cannot stop comparing yourself to another person. Like, another person has nothing to do with you. I think that's kind of like, you know, where this is kind of heading. Like, I feel like we discussed a lot of these topics already a lot on the channel, y'all, but some of you guys have already, you know, known this already. And especially like as this priest and this, like, something where you have been channeling this spiritual energy, because most of the people have been like not paying attention to that, or they have not been caring about that. Like, you're like, we still love you, we still, you know, we still rooting for you, this Cancer, this Aquarius, and this Leo or something like that. It's like something where they done something negative towards you, and you show people that you were like their leader, especially if they've been like, you know, something where people are realizing that you have reclaimed parts of yourself as well. You have reclaimed your identity, parts of yourself that these people tried to steal, because ultimately they were comparing themselves to you. They hated you for your mouth. They hated you for your teeth. They hated you for your, like, your natural beauty, or they hated you for, like, you know, being truly desired. They hated you for having a natural body, or so. It's like a lot where these people have literally compared themselves so much to you, or they've done a lot to try to compare to you. And people are realizing that it's because they hate themselves, okay? I'm hearing the men that they were competing for as well, your partners, your lovers or something like that. They're literally looking at them. They're like these third parties or something like that. They literally hate themselves, okay? A Pisces. Yeah, I just saw the Ascension Tension time. The Ascension Tension card. It's kind of like you guys ascended as like as this like person who facilitates the spiritual commitment. It's like it was like divine timing that you guys came into these awarenesses, these truths around these people who have literally, like, you're so peaceful and tolerant despite like your own insecurities and flaws. You never like project those issues onto onto other people. Somebody's name is Journey or something like that, or they have a J letter name, okay? These people, like, they literally, something about them, they have a privilege, they're colorist or something like that, or like they literally have been like trying to compare to you, and they're like, you're like nothing alike. Like something where you're like this spiritual person, and they're just like this superficial cloud chaser. Somebody's name was Aaliyah. It's like these people are like something where you are like literally busting these people's egos wide open, and you're sitting there comparing yourself to someone that you have absolutely no comparison to. You're sitting there comparing yourself to someone on some small little flaw. Like, everybody in the community is like, okay, you literally just like hate yourself, and we really feel bad for you. So they seeing you like act like a leader in this situation. You're like, look, we all have flaws. Nobody is perfect. And you're the one that has to be like the bigger person. You're the one that has to like act like the leader, because they are just so petty and childish and immature. Like, what is, what are people realizing? Pow. Yeah, body work. Pow. 3. It's kind of like, especially you guys have been, healing your body in some type of way. And it's like something where you're starting to feel good within your body, and you're learning that like this self-loathing behavior, or these struggles that you had, were not because of your body. It was literally because people have been jealous of your face. So I want you to remember that. It was not like, somebody's name is Anna, okay? This person was jealous of your face before you did the body work. Like, this person, like, the reason that you've been having so many struggles with these feminines who cannot stop comparing themselves to your beauty and your artistry, and you're obsessed with your romantic partners and your lovers, and the way that you decorate your home, your accessories, all that stuff they are trying to compare to, because ultimately, like, what really, like, we get into the heart of the matter, what it really comes down to, Power 3, is that these people, it wasn't your body, it wasn't your accessories, your clothes, or any of that stuff, although they hate you for that as well. It's like that adds the cherry on top. Like, you having a nice body now, you having and still having work to do on yourself. Like, you still have like a lot more work to do on yourself, and these people hate you because of your face. Like, it's your face and the way that your hair is on your face. Okay, something about your hair, the way that it's on your face. Something where they may be even watching your natural hair, and they're watching you style your wigs or something like that, and your personality and essence, like the truth. And then what? Seventh house, love and partner. They're obsessed with your Venus. They're obsessed with your love life, and they know that these lovers love you because of like your personality, your essence, and your face. Like, even before you did the body work, they know that you had these nurturing, sensitive, and caring relationships, and they were like, oh, I don't know what they were doing, Fran, but they were doing something crazy, because ultimately what the issue was, it wasn't about your body. It wasn't about your clothes, shoes, and accessories, right? That adds to the tension, but it's really because these people have been jealous of your face, okay? And that's the spooky part, because you can change, you can do a lot of work on the body, but you cannot change your face, okay? You can't change your face. You can do plastic surgery to your face also, but it's, you'll know. We know it's not real, okay? We know. Something about there being no work done to your face. Something about no work, no plastic surgery to your face. Okay, something. This is spooky. Okay, pile 3. And you guys have been on this journey together, especially some of you guys have went on a body transformation, and this has been divinely time for you to get the truth about why these people have been enemies, okay? Why the truth about your enemies has you obsessively watching tarot readings. This Leo, obsessed with divination, commercialization of your business. You want to know what the tarot says about this commercial business? That you're daydreaming and in a wishful thinking that is going to fall. That's not happening. You're just an energy vampire that can't stop trying to drum up a confirmation bias. It's not happening. Move on with your life. Something about your commercialization and your beauty being at the center of your commercialization, or your beauty being at the center of your commercialization. It's like people, some of you guys are literally, I'm hearing something about your man was up north for a body, and you bodied everybody and got known for your body. You bodied everybody and got known for your body. Period. Pile 3. Something about you going commercial got people fucked up. And they know that this commercialization makes your healing of your physical vessel the center of attention. It makes you the leader of the body work. It makes you the leader of the spiritual community. It makes you the leader of, some of you guys are quite literally personal trainers. I'm sorry, this I feel like it's taking me a while to get into this energy, friends. Some of you guys are personal trainers and in fitness, or doing some type of body work, and you literally are motivational speakers. You are literally facilitating people's commitment to their body work journey. You're facilitating people's commitment to their health and their like well-being, and your body representing your healing. And you getting to this healing point, it was divinely time for you to get the truth that this was never about your body, friend. This was about your face the whole time. Damn, they not. Somebody's name is their name starts with the letter R, or something like Ra. Something about their name starts with the letter R. Or somebody's name is Remy. They go by Remy or Ra, something like that. They are jealous of your face, okay? So, and they feel like the reason why you're able to go so commercial is because your face is so pretty, okay? So let's see. Pile 3. Some of these people, they can't really show their face, okay? They can't show their face because they're not, like, nobody wants to see it. Somebody's name is Ebony, okay? What are people realizing about you? Yeah, the moon. This was something that these people did not want to, like, they did not want to tell the truth about this, okay? And I feel like this was like, they did not want to admit the truth about this, right? And after a period of, like, you reevaluating this, it was like, it's like you're a full package. It's like you have this personality, this essence, and then you're in a leadership position as well. You're at the highest position in society. You are going commercial. You are like literally everything that everybody, like you have everything that they want. Sagittarius energy. You have everything that they want. And it's like something that has been going on a subconscious level. And I feel like once you finally started loving yourself, you finally got the truth about this, right? It's like all of these like negative feelings, like of and internalizations of oppression and inequity and stories of rejection that you've had programmed, they're literally not real, because these, it's never, you know, people are like not as bad. Like the thing is, people, women are more picky and criticizing and critical of the female form than men are. Men are not that picky. Like, only way a man will probably start body typing you is if they're trying to, like, I don't know, something about, they may be body typing skin color, they might be trying to find privilege, or they trying to like raise up in society. But when it comes down to it, those small little flaws, like the shape of your mouth, like they'll, like a colorist will choose an ugly person just because of their skin color, right? And then that same person that they choose will be comparing themselves to the beautiful dark skinned girl, like, that they can't like stop obsessing about. Like, we don't have time to get into all of it, but it's kind of like something that has been going on a subconscious level. You stop telling yourself them, like it's in like reprogrammed, you know, all of these stories of rejection and oppression and all of these stories that have been making you hate yourself. It's not about, you know, these small little flaws. It's quite literally like the only people who are concerned about those small little flaws are the people who hate themselves, right? Are the people who are not truly desired, right? Even if they get chosen, they're still not truly desired. Like, that'd be the crazy work, right, friend? Like, that'd be the crazy work. So it's hard to watch you with this going commercial with this beauty, right? And they just, the way that you're decorating your home and your life and your physical vessel, it is like, it attracts a lot of masculines. I'm hearing it attracts a lot of people. It attracts, you know, it's just like something where it's really not for the male gaze. It's really for the female gaze. LOL. But like I said, okay, sorry y'all if I'm getting all over the place. Let me get some of my coffee. It's literally like it's like all of this is like your reflection, like, of your position in society. Like, it's like it's like it kind of is counterintuitive in a way. There's a lot going on here. It kind of is about your beauty, but kind of also like, why are you guys like so hating of yourselves around these small little flaws? They also feel like this beauty is a privilege, and it makes you, and it enables you to go commercial. And some of these people have not been wanting you to, like, you know, they haven't been wanting to admit the truth that they're not truly desired, that they're not truly, you know, a natural beauty, that they're not, you know, really something to look at. It's also like, the thing is, the truth of the matter is as well, like, they want to make this as like as if this is a beauty contest, although you win the beauty contest as well, friend. It's like you won the beauty contest too, but it's also the fact that you're dominating this industry, you're dominating this marketplace, and they feel like they'll try to make it as if it's like, oh, that's because you're the most beautiful. It's like, oh, because you're the most beautiful, but it's not. It's really just also because you are the most talented. Like, they're just like, they're at like the superficial levels. They're not the one who understand the craft. They're not so skilled at it. Like, I think that this is really what it's about. Like, we covered a lot in this pile, y'all, because it's a lot. It's like, I think what this really is people are realizing that you are the leader, and it's not just because of your beauty. It's quite literally because you're dominating it, because you have the most skill. And it's like, as soon as you came into this self-love activation, as soon as you mastered yourself, became a maven, and started to go commercial within this large commercial organization that you have, you have this dazzling self-confidence where your personality and essence gets to shine so bright, and people love you, right? It was never about your body or some small flaws that you had. And I think that this is what these people need to realize as well. Like, it's like, if you were truly skilled in dominating the work, then you would probably be the authority. But people, like, I'm getting that a lot of these enemies try to make this as if it's about your beauty, or that just adds even, like, it makes them, it adds more salt to the wound, right? That you're beautiful as well as the commercial dominant, right? I think that's kind of what's going on here, friend. We'll have to get deeper into this. This is really deep, okay? This is deep, okay? Let me know how that resonates, friends. I hope that gave you some type of clarity, but it was a little, like I said, this is something that's still happening on a subconscious level, okay? Especially some of you guys have been dealing with intimate partners who have been choosing people who are weaker and less fortunate than you, less beautiful than you. And it's because you are the leader. They don't want a leader. They want somebody who is not like, you know, they want someone who is not a leader. I'm also getting that some of these people will try to come after you because they're looking to social climb, okay? And they realize that you are the highest position in society now, okay? Especially these opportunities that they want to come back. If they chose someone in the past and now they go, oh, can we work on it? Can we fix it? It's now because they realize that you are actually the one that is like the highest, in the highest position, okay? Interesting work there, friends. Let me know how that resonates. I love you so much. Let me know how this resonates, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Hi, Pal 4. Last but not least, welcome to your selection. So you chose Rose Quartz for love, beauty, and artistry. Okay, that is January, a second birthstone for January, and it's also available in Cosmic Intelligence. So let's pull your overall significator. You chose the Advocate. Inspires you to put compassion into action. People are realizing that you are an advocate. You are literally someone who takes compassionate actions, and you have been inspired to save the world. Some of you guys are into biology some type of way. Okay. I'm hearing something that is like pollution, or something like you're into environmental sustainability. Okay. What are people realizing about you, Pal 4? Okay. If you guys are here for Pal 3, people are realizing your authority position. Okay, people are realizing that you are the authority. Okay. Something about this is about an Instagram account. Something is happening on an Instagram account. Okay. Pal. Pal 4, what are people realizing about you? They're saying you have the crown on lock. Okay. We have divine masculine, especially if it's about a man, child. This man ain't going nowhere. Okay. Something about this man. People are realizing about your divine masculine. They realize how he like it. It's okay. I'm hearing something about, you know, your masculine like it a certain type of way, and because of you got it like that, the way that you putting it down upon this masculine or something like that. They said your pom pom is real tight or something like that. Yes, what did I say? 7th house. Something about you guys. This is a partner. People are realizing something about a partner that isn't going anywhere. Okay, something where this person, you guys are getting something about you guys are like getting a deal. You are marrying into. I'm hearing something where this masculine is making you sign a prenup or something like that, or there's like some type of contracts around a divine masculine. Okay. I'm sorry, I keep getting a message about these people are like, this divine masculine is not going nowhere. Somebody's name is Deja. Somebody's saying this master because of the way that you put it down. About the way that you put it down, even though you cursed them. I'm hearing something about you cussed them out real bad. You cussed your man. Something about y'all cussed this man. You might have cussed this masculine out on public display. I'm hearing you cussed him out in front of the whole world. Like some of y'all, look, it was something happening. Okay, we have the high priest. Okay. Okay, so there's something about that people are realizing that you have a tradition with a masculine, or you guys have been establishing a tradition together, something where you guys may have, you share a birthday. Some of you guys may have the same birthday, you have the same zodiac sign, or you guys are the same element. Maybe they're Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and you're a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or there's something about you guys, you might have been in separation, and people are realizing that this man is totally obsessed with you. I'm hearing something about this divine masculine. You know, your Instagram is down their screen. Somebody caught this man. They caught this man watching your Instagram account a lot. Okay, something where they saw, you know, your name, and you know they saw your name and in their search history, or they know that they're checking your account like morning, noon, and night. Okay. And you're just like sitting there looking like you're like, even if you guys are in separation, you're like the higher priest. You're sitting there, you're very calm, objective, and well established, and you're just like divine masculine. If you keep playing like this, divine masculine, if you don't act right, you're going to lose your money. You know that's going to it's going to hurt them real bad. Like, something where you know how to hurt them real bad. Like, as soon as you start talking about money, everybody want to straighten up. Like, you know the masculines don't like to lose their money now. You're like, I'm going to be diplomatic about this, or you're going to lose your money. Keep playing. You're going to have no money when I get done with you. This might not even be a romantic partner, okay? We have shadow and light. Ooh, it's been so long since that card came out. Something about you guys, you're dealing with the masculine who does not like to be told what to do, okay? You're dealing with the masculine who is bossy. They may even be a boss. And you brought this person's shadows to the light, how they have been, I don't know, something about you were kind of bossy, or they saw you as they're watching this masculine boss you around, or something like that. Something where they're watching these men or masculine boss you around, like they telling you what to do, they telling you how to wear your hair. You know, some of them are very like passive aggressive about it too. Some of them they're like watching you with a masculine, and they're watching a masculine tell you what to do. Some of you guys, if you have a social media account with your partner, they're very like like hanging on every single interaction that you're having with this partner, like how they talk to you, how they command you and demand you to do things. Some of you guys are dealing with a very you're dealing with a very bossy masculine, okay? And this person, they have this way, even if they're not bossy like directly, they might not be like, go do this. They might be like, they'll do it in like a passive aggressive way, like, oh yeah, well I would have did this, but you still didn't change your hair to the, you know. They tell you how to wear your hair. They tell you what kind of clothes to wear. They tell you what to do. They demand you. And you're like, if you're going to be telling me what to do, then I better get what I want. And more often than not, you get what you want. I'm hearing something about you so spoiled or something like that. Or you do everything that they like. You know, something where you're so spoiled, but you do everything that they tell you to do. You do everything that they like you to do. Or something like that. Okay, they know that this man is obsessed with the intimacy. They know that this man is obsessed with the intimacy. Obsessed with a body or something like that. Okay, obsessed with that body. Okay. Pal 4. What are people? Okay, give me one, please. Okay, what are people realizing about you, Pal 4? Let's recenter here. Okay, shadow and light, high priestess. That's definitely like the. When I think about the high priestess always, like if you see in the tarot, in the traditional tarot, the high priestess is always depicted as a pillar with like behind a priestess sitting in front of a pillar of both. That's both black and white, and those elements representing the shadow and the light aspect. I always thought that was interesting on the high priestess. But there's something like where this is like you seeing this person's shadow aspects, and you have been very calm and objective about the way that you've been handling this person's shadow aspects. Something about you brought this person's shame and pain to the light, and they, even if they're a boss or whatever, I'm hearing that they sitting up and they crying on the news. Oh, I thought you was so bossy, demanding, and controlling. You ain't bossy, demanding, and controlling now that I done pulled out my secret weapon. Something about y'all pulled out y'all secret weapon. They all pulled out. You pulled out a I'm hearing something about you pulled out a wild card on their ass, and you gave them. I'm hearing something where you had your own power moves. They thought they was in control, but you showed them that you got some control too. Okay, and you start saying, I'm gonna advocate, and I'm gonna be compassionate, and I'm gonna inspire, and I'm gonna bring your pain and shame to light, and say, look, you are so, something about this person, they thought that they were so demanding. I'm hearing this person, I don't know whoever this person is so bossy and so like overbearing, and just like they have a lot of rulership without any restraint. Whoever this divine masculine is, it's like something about you. You wanted a provider, you wanted a masculine, you asked for it, you got it, honey. But they thought that you didn't have any say so, and you're like, I actually have say so. I'm gonna start advocating against you. Y'all, something where you advocated against this person and made them act right. Yeah, soulmate. Like, okay, your soulmate was acting crazy. And they saw you eat him up and give him back. Like something about you ate this divine masculine up and you gave him back. Something where you grew very objective and they're like, wait, I can't let my divine feminine grow objective. Like something, especially if you started exploring your other options and you let them know that you don't have, that they're not the only one, that you don't care about them being, you know, having all that money. You don't care about them, whoever they think they is. I'm hearing something where they thought they was all that. Or maybe they didn't even think that they was all that. It's kind of like with the shadow aspects. It's not even that. Like some of these people, when I think about the divine masculine energy, I feel like this can either go two ways. This can go with this unhealed masculine energy representing the shadow aspects, right? Is that like something where your soulmate, people are realizing that you have activated the light around your masculine, which means that they're in their divine masculine energy now. But before, when they were in their shadows or their unhealed masculine energy, they were easily offended, egoic, excessively, excessively domineering, had no restraint whatsoever. And a lot of this can stem from their like shadow aspects to control and dominate, right? But this could also stem from like, what the root cause of this is could be some masculinity issues, could be sexuality issues, could be really a poor self-image, could really be the fact that they don't feel like they have enough, right? Whereas like sometimes with unhealed feminine energy, it could be like feeling too victimized, being too passive, right? Whereas unhealed masculine energy, they can be like the over expansion of the self. Like these people could even be masculines of privilege, or they can be greedy or indulgent or domineering. But that really is also like similarly to the unhealed feminine energy, because could both represent like poor self-images. Like it's like, so that's why you're so objective about it with the high priest and the shadow of light, is because like this is where you can activate universal love, unconditional love, and say, hey, your pain and shame could look totally different than mine. Through the unhealed feminine energy, or you may be unhealed masculine energy, your pain and shame can be represented and be expressed in a totally different way. And you guys have been taking like the soulmate journey together and handling these shadow aspects in a very diplomatic way. And I think that's what makes the union very beautiful, okay? But ultimately, it inspires you to take action and inspires you to advocate, for all, honestly, okay? Lilith, wild feminine, yeah, something where this person, their shadow aspects actually turned you into a wild animal. Like they made you destructive. Like their shadow aspects integrating the shadows with this person, they turned you into a beast. Like something where you're like, they're like, you're a savage. Yeah, classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah, they're like, this feminine is wild and on the loose. Okay, don't be no wild fox on the loose now, pal. For your soulmate is like, what have you become? They cannot believe what you have become. You're masculine through this soul journey, through this, like, I don't know, something where you're starting to get like this, I don't know, something where you guys have established a lot of traditions with one another. There's been years and years of like getting a fair deal with this person through the 7th house, especially a soulmate who you have a contract with this person. I don't know if they actually gonna be like a romantic partner. Some of them are romantic partners, but you're like, look, we're gonna make this fair, and something that you have to do to make this fair was wild, is what I'm hearing. Something where people are like, you expose your soulmate, something where you called them out, you started advocating against them, you got them fired, you made them lose their wealth, and you're like, okay, now that you're broke, we can get married. Something like that, I don't know. Now that your ego has been stripped, okay, something where they was easily offended by you, extremely egoic, but it was really because they had a poor self-image. You're like, are you better now? 6th house, yeah, through your work and your service and your advocacy, people are saying that you have healed your soulmate, okay? You were in a karmic loop with this person. Okay, pretty hurts. Yeah, they were projecting. Like I said, they were easily offended and projecting onto you because you were beautiful. And they're not used to having beauty. Okay, fourth house, somebody that you may have shared a home with as well. Okay, and then you showed them that you were smart. On top of that, they was like, I can't handle all that beauty and brains. Can't handle all that beauty and brains. And this person, you've been in a karmic loop with them, and they just been sitting back watching you do your work in your service and having a duty and responsibilities, and you have been discerning their light, and you're like, well, I'm gonna stay objective, calm, and I'm still well established after you acted out of shadows and tried to do something stupid. Somebody who has old age, the soulmate, I'm hearing something where you're obsessed with them and they obsessed with you too. And I'm hearing something where you ain't going nowhere. I'm hearing something where you ain't going nowhere and they ain't going nowhere because of, that's how they like it. This is how he like it. That's how he like it, friend. All this karmic looping that y'all been going through. Let me see. Tell me something where you did something savage to destroy the loop. Okay, something you did something savage. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna show you. You think you made all these wrong assumptions about me being pretty and all that stuff carrying on? I'll show you. I'll show you a savage. It's like they try to make you out to be the bad guy because you're pretty. Okay. Some of you guys, this is a missed opportunity with this person. This person, even though they're a soulmate, some of you guys will not be returning back to this person. This was just somebody who helped free you from a karmic loop. Okay, they helped you realize more of your duty. They helped you. They were like an act of service. Okay, something where they helped you take action. Okay. They helped you bring your dreams and ideas into form, okay? And free you from a karmic loop, okay? What happened in this situation? Yeah, there was definitely a fight with this person. Fighting, conflict, tension. Yeah, they over their heart broke. This masculine, I'm hearing they crying on the news, child. I'm hearing that this person has been at a complete standstill because they still just sitting there so heartbroken. I don't know, something where they just are literally like, I don't know, something that you left them heartbroken, okay? What's going on? What, you know, because they have been, you know, I'm hearing there's something where there's been like a lot of hardship in the soulmate connection because you've had to starve this person, you know, of their narcissistic behavior. I'm hearing something about starving a narcissist, okay? Or they were narcissistic in some type of way. And this was like, they couldn't handle your diplomacy. They couldn't handle you, you know, holding them responsible for their actions. They could not handle, these are a lot of masculines who, I don't know, they get enabled a lot. And then you coming in as this divine feminine energy or the divine masculine energy, you could be the divine masculine. But you coming in and like this person was another karmic cycle. And something that you did where you left this person where they were at. They were not able to evolve. They were not able to do what they were supposed to do. Something that may have even involved employment or finances. Something where this person was involved in your daily life or something like that. It's like something where they were starting to fight. They were easily offended. They were getting aligned with ego. They stopped collaborating, stopped cooperating. They say you literally left them heartbroken, okay? Something where this person, they might even be like an elder or they have poor health and a poor diet. And you're like, look, if something is not fair, then I don't care about your health and I don't care about your diet. If you can't, your health and your diet has nothing to do with this being a fair deal. So whatever fight that was going on with this person, they're literally, I'm hearing something where they're in a karmic loop and they're literally struggling with their health and diet. I'm hearing that this looping around or this stalemate that they're at, I'm hearing that some of them are at an old age or they're really wasting a lot of time. They're literally dissipating, or they are, they're dissipating, or they are indulging at their own expense. And you're like, look, if something isn't fair, I can't help you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like something where this person was doing something unfair. They were doing something, you know, because they were so misogynistic and domineering, and, you know, they were not doing what was right. You know what I'm saying? Like something where they were having to make a decision between, they've been at a crossroads for a long time, and now they're literally just watching you move on with your life, and they're getting left behind, and some of you guys, they're literally declining. their lifespan is declining because of the stalemate they've been at, this inability to make the right decision. Some of them are ending like their jobs, they're losing their wealth, they're ending like a lot is ending because this person has been unable to make the right decision. And you've been very diplomatic, very fair. And something about you guys, you know, even though they were a divine masculine soulmate, you just regard them as another community service project, another act of service where you realize more of your duty, something where you help this person with their daily life. You help them as if they were like, some of them, they were going through a crisis and illness. They have been reversing in life, and you just came in and helped this person, but they really needed your help. People are realizing that this person, they really needed your help, but because they have been in a karmic loop projecting onto you because you're beautiful, having a fear of intimacy, addicted to scarcity, addicted to misfortune, addicted to like something about them. You were even rejecting negative stereotypes around your culture and your family history, and you know, you were very comfortable and nurturing to them, but something where the dynamic was not fair, and there was a situation where you guys cannot move forward, and they see you move in a different direction. Clarifying the Two of Swords. It's like, although you love them and you know, you established and laid a foundation with them, you cannot move forward with them because they were not, like I said, yeah, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, it was a one-sided relationship. They were not able to give back, or they were not able to, you know, fulfill on the deal. They were not able to make it a fair deal. And, you know, what this really was is not, you know, is because they were projecting. It was an issue around your beauty and your like, it was an issue around your beauty and how calm, still, and sensitive you were. It was an issue around your essence and your personality. It literally became, you just existing became an issue. You could not have peace with this person. There was a lot of fighting, conflict going on, and this situation was heartbreaking, but people are realizing that you are like moving on to calmer waters. You're getting better, and you were not able to get a fair deal in this situation because it, you know, this person was not able to cooperate. Some of them, they actually ended up being another adversity. They actually ended up being another karmic loop. They actually ended up being someone who couldn't fulfill, someone who couldn't meet you where you were, someone who couldn't give back. And the one-sided charity is over. We're no longer serving and giving to people who cannot give to us. So people just see this as like something where you realize more of your duty, and it like was a situation where it like you had a lot of compassion for this person, and it inspired you to put, you know, that compassion inspired you, you know, into action to help them with their diet, to help them with their old age, to help them in their home and their daily life, because they were, some of them were quite literally in a crisis, but because I'm hearing that they were so egoic and so like, I don't know, something where they were so easily offended by your beauty and your calm, still essence and personality that they refused to do the right thing, and now they're left heartbroken. And all those other, I'm hearing something where they went off to explore their other options, and because they felt invested in somebody else, somewhere else. Some of you guys are here from Power One. Something where this person went off and explored other options, and they had like a wishful thinking that they could replace you. You know, they thought that they can replace your service. They thought they can you know, somebody else can help them with their illness. Someone else can help them. You know, they can employ somebody else. They thought that somebody else would help them with their hygiene and, you know, be as responsible as you were with them. And then they realized that these people were not. Okay, somebody's name is Angel or something like that, or Helen. These people did not have the same sense of duty. They did not have like, you know, they did not have, you know, they were not proper for the work. They were not proper for the service. They were not as reliable as you were, right? They cannot meet them in their daily life the way that you were. And I'm hearing that this decision that they made to go explore other options, or they thought that they can replace you, it actually ended up like being a lot of one-sided relationships. Like the same thing that they met you with is actually the same thing that they received. Like this person is realizing like, that's crazy, because it's like you were the one that was like the stable, reliable person with the sense of duty, and they were not. They were at a stalemate because they were still invested in these other one-sided relationships, in a karmic loop with all these like karmics and stuff like that, unable to like make a decision. I'm hearing something that you did was wild and savage. You freed yourself from this dynamic with this person because it wasn't fair, and you're like, look, if you're not able to get me, you know, if you're not able to compensate me properly for my work and service and my duty, then you can't, I'm not going to like, or something where they were not even like dependable, and you're like, look, I'm gonna take, you were savage, you savagely removed yourself and left them with the birds that they were used to. And then they started to realize that, oh my God, that was just a wishful thinking. Oh my God, those people were not reliable. Oh my God, these people cannot help me with my diet, my health, and my hygiene. They can't be dependent on. And you're like, the sitting here as the high priestess, you know what's going on. You know that those relationships were just like resistance, people involved in a conflict, fighting, third party dramas, people who did not want to see y'all have a happy home. And they literally, like, some of you guys are here from Power One for sure, for sure. They literally ruined y'all home, and this person ruined their life and the person that they really could depend on for these karmics where they were literally just one-sided relationships. These people, I'm hearing that they were giving these people your money, they were giving these people your affection and time, and they were not at all receptive, feminine, calm, still, or even beautiful. They were not even people that they could employ, not even people that, you know, they can rely on. And you were sitting there as their like their miracle option, as their advocate, as a person who really had the duty with them, as a person who was the stable presence in their life. And they went off with these other people where there was just one-sided relationships. And now they're left, I'm hearing something where they're left heartbroken because they lost you. And all the illusions and the wishful thinkings around those one-sided relationships are also over. They have nobody that they can rely on. They don't have a final resting place. They don't have a sanctuary. They don't have a home. They don't have family. That's what I'm seeing, Power 4. Let me know how that resonates down below. Don't forget to shop Rose Quartz and Cosmic Intelligence. All of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit, and it keeps our lights on and makes this information accessible to all. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.